was like when he got to Villanova. He was constantly asking questions about how to get a lot more time on the floor. But it was his mom, who was a high school principal and earned a doctorate in educational leadership. Her motivation and tough love made him the guy he is now.
My relationship with my mom is very strong. She's always been my role model. She played basketball at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. She was a great player. She was always on me even as a little kid. I was probably 9 or 10 and she was saying like, "You're not playing aggressive enough, like the game's gonna pass you by." It just hurt inside. I'm like, man, my career's gonna be over like this quick. My mom doesn't know exactly how much she means to me. Only I do. I care for her and I love her so much.
Maybe the best thing you can say about him is he's a Villanova guy.
He is a culture guy. I mean, this guy, there's nothing wrong with him. A 3.8 student, great work ethic. He shot 45% from three this last year. 6'8", long arms. He shot 1.3 points per possession on spot-ups and very good in transition. He's got guard skills, and he can defend absolutely anybody. He can defend on the ball. He stays in front on the dribble, and he rotates well. He's a good talker. He had over 73s, over 70 assists at 6'8". He can play all over the floor. This is a really good player that's going to play a big role for a lot of years as a starter.
Well, Jay Wright not only has built a college basketball dynasty, he started a bit of a pipeline into the NBA. Look at all of these high draft picks and guys who have really gotten off to great starts in their careers for the most part coming out of Villanova over the last couple of years. Now, this most recent pick, Saddiq Bey, is not going to stay with Brooklyn, but Brooklyn has plenty of talent coming back with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, and now Steve Nash is the head coach of the Nets, and Steve gracious enough to join us now. So, Steve, what's it been like on your first draft night as a head coach in the NBA?
It's been incredible. First of all, congrats to all the draftees. This is a monumental night for all of them. I remember it well, and they should hopefully enjoy this with their families. But for us, it's been exciting just to be in the room and try to figure out how we can improve our roster.
When you look at what your expectations are going in with established stars like you have and getting some veteran pieces to go with them around, how would you describe what your expectations are for your first year?
Well, we're trying to contend and win a championship. I think it's something that we're not going to shy away from. We realize that there's a long path towards that, and we have to, take this process and build a team that is cohesive, connected, has an incredible spirit, because it's not all just about, the names on the roster. It's about how we compete together. So, I think that's the first and foremost on all of our minds is how do we build a team and a spirit that's willing to compete. It's so competitive at the top end of the league to try to get over the hump. And, we realize it's going to take time. It's going to take patience. It's going to take a lot of hard work.
Steve, obviously your credentials, your knowledge, impeccable. You've been able to build teams as a leader on the floor. What do you think the most challenging thing will be trying to do that as a coach?
Well, you're going to have to ask me that in a few months. But at this point, I think at this point, obviously, I'm trying to get myself up to speed. Fortunately, I have an incredible support system here at the Nets, coaching staff. All the departments are incredibly mature and well thought out. So I got tons of support. I'm learning every day. And hopefully I can add a lot from my experiences and acumen to the game.
As you spend this night in the